Alright mate, Slimade here and welcome back to some more Sonic Origins Let's Play or whatever I called it. So we're back here at Krispy Kreme. Sorry, I had to make that joke. Oh, still got hit by it anyway. What is this zone called? No. There we go. It's called... I had it there! This is like the worst intro so far. Starlight Zone, that's it. So we're back here in Starlight Zone and I'm entirely not too sure why it's like a building site or whatever it's supposed to be. But we're here anyway. And I'm being shot by everything right now. This is supposed to be like... I've heard a lot of people describe this as like a breather zone. It's like more chill than Labyrinth. I actually don't think Labyrinth was that bad, and in some aspects I think this is like the difficulty of this one kind of ramps up a little as well. We've got fan favourite Orbinaut here and everything. But there is a lot of like good speedy up the rampy stuff here as well. So there's always that. And there is like kind of two exits or something there. Relatively fast zone, I'd say. Well, Act 1 at least, anyway. I should have just took that spring that was like right there. Can I... Oh, I thought I could like roll under that guy then. He didn't seem like he was going to throw anything out there, so I was just kind of hoping maybe he would. So I could dodge it. Ah! I don't even know why. I don't know what's worse, the fact that I've done "ah" again as like mild shock. Or the fact that I just kind of barreled through anyway. There we go, that's how we get around that guy. I don't know what happened there, but it's a thing that happened, so we'll take it. I don't know why this is like a really strange stage now that I think about it. It's like I said, it's like a building site. I can only really... Here we go, we might get the first Chaos Emerald of the entire Let's Play. Of course that would happen. I didn't even know what to expect from that special stage, because honestly I'm not even that good at these, but I think the only game that I've actually like... Should have saw that coming. Got all the Chaos Emeralds in has been... Why did I do that? Been Mania and Sonic 3, but not the Hyper Emeralds. So that could be a thing that I might do in like a, I guess like a bonus thing. If people want it, comment down below if you want it. Why did I do that? If you want to see me get the Chaos Emeralds as like a bonus kind of thing. I'm really trying to just get up that little ledge, and the game does not want me to. Where am I supposed to go? There we go. Yeah, this is a really strange vibe to this level. It's like, it almost does feel like you're climbing up into space, if I'm honest, but you know, it's just like the world's largest construction site, I guess. I was just waiting for all of them to pop so that I didn't have to like slam my face into was basically a walking landmine. I do really like the sense of speed here though. I say that as I get to an area with like an abrupt stop. That's a really mean area, that. We're at the boss kind of already. This is a weird boss, this. And honestly, I kind of like it. Because, as it just demonstrated there, you can actually hit the boss in one of two ways. You can either throw yourself at the boss, or hit the boss directly with the spike ball that I jumped into. So I just think this is a really creative boss, if I'm honest. Even if I'm not demonstrating a lot of skill. That was like the worst way I've ever done that boss fight, but I'll take it. And next up is quite possibly the longest level in zone. Longest zone in the classic Sonic. How many games is it now? Like 6? I'm not even too sure like how many games are in the classic era now. But yeah, this is like the longest one because by definition there is actually 4 like parts to this. Acts. I am an idiot, I should have remembered that. But there is actually a fun fact to me as well, man. I was thinking like, I swear there was something I had to say about Scrap Brain Zone, but I can't remember what it is. The fun fact with this is that it was planned to be called Clockwork Zone. However, I can't remember exactly what happened, but for some reason, the W or something just didn't work. Yeah, thanks game. The W didn't work. So when it was like loading into the game, it was loading in as like Clock Arc Zone, which isn't what they were after. So they called it Scrap Brain for some reason. I'm not entirely too sure what that's supposed to mean, but I mean, it's memorable, so there's that. Oh wait, yeah, we go up. This isn't... I think there's an area in Sonic Mania that does the same thing, with these same pig guys in it as well, so... How did it jump over both of the things then, and then still manage to get hit by the pig guy? There's now that I'm looking at the background, there's like a really grimy feeling to it, and I think like... Given it's supposed to be like... There is almost like to Sonic, there's like a nature versus science theme to it. I think that was like the original intent with the idea, because that was like a lot of the things that we're doing in like the 80s and 90s with the characters. But if it is what they were going for, that was kind of mean, that. If that is what they were going for, that's actually really clever, just having that, I guess, environmental storytelling. I am doing a terrible job of going through it. Should have just waited 1 whole second. But yeah, this place is called, well, was going to be called Clockwork Zone, which, to be honest, I think they should return to that as a zone name in a future Sonic thing. I think there's still potential in that idea, to be honest. No, this is the area I was thinking about before. It's almost like a kind of, I don't know, like alien sounding thing to the music here. And if you take it from the perspective of, like, you know, the Sonic characters are all these animals, and now suddenly they're in a big, like, machine and that actually, why do I keep falling for all these? It actually makes sense, you know, like, for me. Like, again, like, with the storytelling thing, to be honest, the more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm thinking that they were onto something, like, quite clever with. You know, with the zones and that. I'm just thinking that, I was gonna say is he a manta ray, but I think he's like an eagle ray or something in Finding Nemo. That's just popped into my head. Like the zones of the sea or whatever it is. Also, get ready for it. Labyrinth Zone Act 4. I'm not even joking there, by the way. This is just like literally a recolor of Labyrinth Zone. Luckily though, I don't really mind Labyrinth Zone too much, to be honest. Get to talk about the Articuno blocks again. And also get smashed in the skull by spike balls. And if we're fighting against King Dedede in Smash Bros, I guess. I mean, I could see that happening. I was going to say we could swim back up there, but I don't want to be cheap about it. Even though this is, you know, playing as. Didn't this happen last time in Spring Yard, where I just kept repeatedly getting killed by the same group of enemies over and over? I feel like the crystals here though, so that's something, I guess. I can congratulate Eggman on his interior design, I guess. Nice death trap there, Eggman. Quite like the colour scheme you got going on here. Ah! I've done it again! And that one was actually crush damage as well, actually, so there was no actual way of really avoiding that the moment that it started to roll down. Now this guy we can just like... I was going to say we can dodge his things, but evidently the game didn't want me to, so... We'll just have to go for sinking right to the bottom of this bottomless abyss or whatever. That's an oxymoron, Slime. Shut up. Bubble, please. There we go. I actually forget how huge this level is, to be honest. Why did you go up and grab rings then? Oh, I was gonna see if I could, like, invincibility through it, so cheese me way there. This is gonna be one of those levels, isn't it, where it takes like 12 minutes to do it. Try this again then. So don't slam your head into any... Oh, it's not dropped down, isn't it? Any stupid crap. Oh, this will do. If we don't get a bubble now, we can just like die and come back. Well, it's not needed anymore because we got the bubble, but I'm in like my concentration mode now, so I'm not really saying too much. But then again, seeing as we've already like talked about this, why did it pull me then? It likes. I had no control. It just slammed me into the Arbinart. Thanks, game. But yeah, like I was saying about the there's not really too much to talk about because we've already basically done 3 acts of this same level, so there's not really out of their tails. Get out of their tails. I could see that happening. I thought they've not gave us any rings to hold on to, so I can't really dodge that. I do like these, like, think slime, just like before you act. Get him out of the way. And we may as well refill our air. Get him out of the way so we can jump up and kill him. And I don't know why I'm giving a narrative as I'm doing this, but it did it again. Exactly the same thing. Come on, bubble, bubble. Yes! There we go. There we go. We're out of there. As Sonic says in like in Sonic CD or whatever. I'm out of here! That has to be like the worst Sonic impression you guys have ever heard. Now that we're out of that little bit of a death trap, let's see what we've got coming up next. I was going to say, I think we're relatively close to a breathable surface then, but I realised that one, I don't think that's actually true. And it wouldn't give me the bubbles either, so throw the thing. Throw it. Thanks, game. Like a single frame has slipped off, and like I said, we're awaiting the nearest death trap. Like that. I think like the part that makes this so tricky is how it kind of expects you to go with very little to basically no rings into this area, and then basically expects you not to breathe either, so... And last time I checked, Sonic characters do kind of need to breathe, unlike Italians, who are perfectly good when underwater for several minutes, somehow. I don't know how Mario does it, to be honest, but... There we go. All we've got to do is climb up here and Get hit by that. Thanks. This must be like really painful for the ones who just like grind the hell out of Sonic 1. I didn't even see that there, to be honest. I'm just gonna try and jump over that guy. Give me me ring back. Give me me ring back. That jump being as awkward as it is does not help things in the slightest. Thanks. It always does that. Very consistent with not giving you the bubbles when you need them. What is that anyway? Is that... I was gonna say, what is that? Is that like a weird bird or an owl or... Right, this time it didn't actually just violently assault me like frame 1. Just kill that. I'm just gonna try and skip that. Because as long as we've got one ring, that's all that matters. I could do with like a drop dash or something here, to be honest. Because that little tight corner is like... It's the bane of what's it called? There we go. And that's all it took. That's all we needed was just to get out of the area. Because here we are, we're at the final boss. And it's kind of simple, to be honest. All we've got to do is just avoid these like electrical things, hit Eggman, and then avoid these electrical things, and then if we can hit Eggman, sometimes we're not able to, like that. We weren't standing close enough to like bonk him in the head. Oh! I just slipped off slightly. I think that's the worst I've done on that boss, because normally I do it in one single try. It is, yet again, the Let's Play curse, really. You don't necessarily need to jump when those things are coming down, but it just makes it, you know, easier to do, to be honest. Again, it's like the average boss here. All you got to do is just hit him 8 times, I believe. God, I'm really showing me knowledge of this game, aren't I? Like, what, 3 hits now? This boss actually does come back in Mania. See, that's why I jumped that. Because sometimes it'd just be a tiny pixel like Tails' toe or something. And it gets vaporized. Oh, it would have been funny if we could get an extra hit in or something. Did Tails... I'm gonna have to like rewatch the footage for this, but I'm sure when Tails jumped, he like grabbed onto the wall or something, like if he was... Yeah, he got caught on that there. That's what happened. I wondered what the hell killed him then, but... I am doing terrible at this. There we go. Actually hitting for once. Also, I should probably just like actually say it, seeing as we're fighting Eggman and all. Tomorrow, as I'm like recording this, like tomorrow is actually Easter, and I thought that was somewhat relevant to mention. yeah, this boss is kind of like almost an endurance test. Like I said, this. Well, I didn't even say it yet, but you're not given a single ring to do this. I think in Mania, every single time, I swear, like, normally when I do this with Sonic, I can jump in them gaps, and I don't know whether, like, Tails' hitbox is slightly different or something. It could be, or I'm just, like, slightly off with my jumps. Normally this boss takes me at max like 2 minutes, and that's because of the waiting time between, you know, all this, and sometimes when Eggman pops up and he's like protecting. Yeah, he grabs onto the wall. That's what's happening. Yeah, what's it called? It usually takes me about 2 minutes max. I think anyway, I could be slightly wrong, but it's all about the down to... Yeah, that's what's happened every single time I'm trying to do like the evasive jump. Tails is like strangely grabbing onto the wall. And I never normally have that issue. So I don't know if like Tails' hitbox is wider or whether it's just like one of them weird and silly quirks of Origins. Just 3 hits. See, normally this boss is, I think for a final boss, I think this is like probably one of the easier final bosses in the classic Sonic thingies series, I guess. Oh, I just missed that then. I was like watching the side and hoping, is he going to pop out this way? But he didn't. This is what I say about there's a lot of downtime in this. You have to wait for the energy balls to charge, you have to wait for the energy balls to come down, you have to jump and then avoid the energy balls, and then you've got to hope that Eggman spawns on the right side, like he didn't then. And so it's one of them bosses that you just kind of, if you aren't in the right place at the right time, you miss it. There's just a lot of sitting around and not actually doing anything. If it wasn't for the, you know, the zero rings aspect, I would say it's one of them bosses that you could literally fall asleep while doing. But there is at least a tiny bit of, like, I guess knowledge or skill or whatever required in... There he is. I noticed, like, the top of his head pop out of the ground first, like he's a Diglett or something. Oh, I missed it. Like he's a Diglett or something, and that's what kind of gave me the clue of, oh, he's this side kind of deal. And he wasn't that time, so... That thing in the background really does kind of look like a face, if I'm honest. You see what I mean? There we go, we have finally done it. We've beat Sonic 1 after literally failing one specific area for about 15 minutes. So, yeah. This is going to be really awkward to edit. Yeah, I didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds. I'll probably do a special video for that at some point. But yeah, so Tails has got nothing funny to juggle around here. Great going, mate. So that's been Sonic 1, and this one's going to be really funny to edit. So if you liked this absolute train wreck of a video, don't forget to comment, like, rate, and subscribe. The Tails just got stuck on a rock there. Don't forget to comment, like, rate, subscribe. I'm clicking so many times, it's like I'm playing Hylix 2. But yeah, do all that stuff that I've just said, and I'll see you guys next time. And I'm just going to let the credits play out.